So we need to make a connection between that knee and that elbow, and that's gonna bring more of our mass into the center of the turn, and therefore we don't need to lean the bike as much. Oh my God. All right, seriously, let's take a vote. What could fit under her knee? What is the thinnest thing? Oh!
Greetings, people of the internet. A few months ago, I went and visited my good friend Adam Ziza, who's not only a longtime motorcycle racer, but he went to Spain to go train with a MotoGP coach. And one of the things that he learned over there is that MotoGP racers train on mini dirt bikes because they're cheap, they're low risk, and also those skills easily transfer to a larger motorcycle. So that's exactly what he did when he came back over to the States, is he bought a mini dirt bike, and what quickly turned, you know, just him and a buddy in a parking lot quickly turned into people like me hitting him up to be like, please teach me. So it was a 3-day endeavor, and the first 2 days were really basic. They were just learning how to relax, learning how to become like a little bit more synergistic with the motorcycle. And then on day 3, he, said all those things that we've learned in the last 2 days, really basic stuff. We're gonna collectively use those skills to drag our knee. So I busted out the GoPro and Tascam because I thought that would be fun info to share with you guys. So follow me on this journey as I take my knee from about 18 inches off the ground to finally dragging the puck. What's going on, everybody? I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona with a dear friend of mine, Adam Ziza. And Adam Ziza, what is it you do out here?
I like to train and teach people just some basic rider skills, anything from getting their license to learning more advanced riding, such as how to race or how to handle certain situations like car coming around a corner. What do I do now? How do I handle a panic braking situation? How do I get my knee down? How do I go faster around corners? I just try to teach people to be faster, safer, and really enjoy their ride.
And it's awesome too, because you were saying that you have a majority of people who crash at the track and come to you and are like, hey, this is what happened, I need to work on this.
Yep, they come in and they kind of give me the scenario, the same turn that they went around, and we have all these cones and a lot of space to use so that we can actually replicate the corner at a much lower speed on a much safer and lower motorcycle.
That's awesome. And I'm here today because I just want to build more confidence. I had a baby. It's kind of time to get back on the road, get serious, and just get more confident, learn how to be a safer rider. And today you told me I was going to drag knee, which I didn't ever plan on, but that sounds like fun, and it sounds like something you guys might want to watch and learn about. So let's get on the parking lot.
Okay. Okay, so Whitney right now is just trying to up her speed in preparation for dragging her knee. So, in order to get low, we have to up our speed around a corner. So it has to necessitate carrying that much lean angle around a corner. So we have to go faster. Okay, so she's getting close to about the 12 inches to 10 inches away from getting her knee on the ground. This, of course, is a slanted parking lot. So, where I'm asking her to drag her knee is actually going to be leaning down a hill. So by leaning down a hill, she's gonna have to carry more lean angle. That means it's gonna be a little bit harder on this side of the parking lot, which will make that side of the parking lot a lot easier. So let's zoom in on her knee, see how close she's getting. We're about a foot away at the lowest part. We're gonna get that a lot lower.
Switcheroo. Loose elbows and loose shoulders is by far the hardest thing for me to overcome. Unlearning how to survive on a motorcycle.
Very cool. So you're looking really smooth, you're looking comfortable and in control. Let's try and add a little bit more speed. So what we're gonna do is, right now we've learned that when I enter this corner, I'm looking for my exit, which is those 2 cones. But you're right, that's not your exit anymore. I'm your new exit. So as you come around this tree, I want you to start looking for me, okay? And then once you start to come through here, build on that gas, okay?
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Sweet.
Breathe, loose wrists, loose shoulders. Swap your butt.
So right about here, you should be done looking at me and looking at the next place. So the next thing we can look at is those 2 tall standing cones over there.
Okay.
So we're carrying our vision from one thing to the next. A lot of people tend to stare at their apex for way too long, and then they neglect the time that they could be getting on the gas and speeding out of their exit. So keep looking at me as you come to here, and once you get to this 12 o'clock point, next thing. I'm heading towards the next thing out there.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
A lot of things to think about. It's nice to be in a parking lot and kind of just going slow and not on a giant bike. Then yesterday I took his S1000RR out, and I already noticed a huge difference because I was worried. I'm like, oh god, am I just gonna go back to just lackadaisical riding?
How are you feeling?
Good.
Good. All right, cool. So to me, it looks like you're hanging more off on your left.
My left side. Okay.
So that might be the side that we start on. But you tell me, what are you feeling?
Yeah, let's do the left.
The left side? Okay. So what we're going to do then is we're going to start making left turns, just consistent left turns. I want you to try to hang your butt off further.
Okay.
So let's practice that stationary. You can put the kickstand down, give it another support. Okay, so we're making a left-hand turn. Where would your butt be? Okay, so right now you're still kind of on the edge of the seat. Let's hang off even more.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, you got your foot. Let's put our foot in the position that we know, which is sole of the boot against the frame of the bike. Excellent. Squeeze with that right leg. Take your hands off the bars.
Oh my god.
So right now, obviously your spine is a little bit more vertical because we're sitting like this, but I want you to try. You can keep your hands on the bars for this one. Ride out the corner.
Oh
Pretend you're going through, okay?
All right.
I have the motorcycle. Look through the corner. Excellent. Can you still twist the throttle?
Yeah.
Is your left hand loose?
No.
Okay. How are you feeling on that outside leg? Is
It feels
sore?
crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna squeeze the bike with that, okay? Cool. What we're going to do is we'll enter the corner like normal, but I really want you to exaggerate that position of just hanging off. Because that weight is to the inside of the corner now, the bike is gonna turn a lot faster. So that same steering input that you do, all of a sudden it's gonna be like, whoa, okay? You're gonna catch yourself a few times. So what Whitney is working on now is entering the corner and putting a harder steering input in. I was gonna say a higher steering input, but we're trying to put our steering input in a little bit harder, a little bit more quickly, while still keeping it smooth. And what this does is it allows the bike to fall over faster into the corner.
Oh my god, this is terrifying. My foot feels weird with the sole of it pressed up against the bike. Having somebody watch you and give you positive feedback is nice because you're like, okay, this doesn't feel right, but apparently I'm doing it right.
Real quick. So making the knee to elbow connection, you brought your knee up. Let's bring our elbow down.
Elbow down. Okay.
Yep, so our wrist and our elbow should be below the bar. Excellent. Yep, and we can meet our knee there. And in the future, this is the easiest way to drag elbow. You have your knee and your elbow connection, move your knee out of the way, your elbow's on the ground. Easy stuff. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna try and make sure our wrist and our elbow are below the bar. Perfect, yep.
Okay.
Because right now you're kind of riding up here, and then you brought your knee even higher. So we want to drop our elbow and our wrist. And that should give us a little bit more of that T-Rex arms relaxed steering.
Okay.
Okay, cool, have fun.
All right, I'm getting the thumbs up. My knees are cramping, my wrists are tired, but I can already feel myself picking up more speed. You know, and of course when you have a new tracksuit too, it's like super tight, so it's just kind of hard to move.
So what we're gonna start to do is, your speed started to go a lot quicker. You definitely added about 3 to 4 miles an hour, and you were looking comfortable, and you're doing it consistently around the corner. Earlier when you started, your gas was on, off, even as you were approaching here, but now you're on, and then you roll off where we talked about, and you roll on where it's appropriate. You continue to roll on through the corner. So you're progressing on your own, picking up all the stuff that we talked about the last few days. As your speed increases, you're gonna need to turn faster. So we're doing counter steering. So we're making a left-hand turn. Which bar are we gonna push on?
The left.
The left. And we're going faster now. We need to turn faster, so that means our input needs to be
Quicker.
quicker, harder, yeah. We still want a smooth motion, so it's not gonna be punching the bar, but we just need to turn more quickly. So we're gonna have to put in that steering input a little bit more quickly.
Okay.
Cool.
So I have a really funny series of photos in my phone. Adam sent me Twist of the Wrist 1 and 2 and all these movies. And then the next photo is a positive pregnancy test. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll pick up on these skills a little bit later. And now it's cool. It's about 2 years later and I have a, you know, a motorcycle job now, but I'm a bit out of practice, obviously. I knew I wanted to fly out here the second that, and then the pandemic happened, but I knew I wanted to fly out here and kind of start learning more about lean angles and turning and getting more technical with my riding just as I get older. Obviously it's helpful too for my job because it's really something I never thought about before. I just liked looking at bikes and cruising. I hope you guys aren't getting too dizzy, but you might be.
Nice job. So you're getting to about 10 to 12 inches away from the ground at your lowest point. You are doing everything that we've talked about so far. You're looking ahead. You haven't gone off track once. It's really, really cool to watch your progress over the last few days. What we're gonna try and do now is bump up our steering rate. So that means we're gonna have to push a little bit faster, a little bit more quickly on our left steering, our left handlebar. So again, our turn point is right here. This is where we're gonna put in our steering input. What I'd like you to do is the first lap you go around, push at your normal rate, what you've been doing so far. The next time you come around, a little bit faster, and just keep increasing that. It's gonna start to get uncomfortable. The harder you push, the faster the bike is gonna fall, okay? Cool. Now we're trying to get Whitney to steer faster still and commit to the idea that we are gonna touch the ground with our knee. So she's about 8 inches away right now. We just need to steer a little bit more quickly and be comfortable with the idea that our brain is telling us this is not okay. We have to fight those survival reactions just a little bit. Fight our instinct to try and keep us upright.
Squeezing with my leg. Sole on the side of the bike. Okay, I'm gonna turn. Breathe. Relax. And then you gotta think about keeping your speed up in order to do that. And then your wrist tightens up when you're getting closer to the ground because you don't want to fall. And you curse all your survival instincts, which I never thought I would do. But that's why I keep coming back. Not because I'm a good rider, because I don't think I am. I have a lot of bad habits. It's also just about practice. We're letting go of the throttle, coasting to the apex.
There was one time where I saw you kind of go, whoop, and I was like, all right, good. And Luke was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah. We're triggering our brain to finally be like, okay, this is kind of where we're starting to get a little scared. I'm gonna fix myself. And shortly after that, you were consistent at about 8 inches of your knee being off the ground. This is the scary part. We're going to really commit to the idea of letting the bike fall, fall, fall,
Okay.
fall, fall, skirp. That's when our knee touches.
Oh
Skirp.
my God.
Okay?
Okay.
So whatever you're doing to steer, pushing or pulling, what I want you to do is enter the corner, same speed you've been going, looking good. Throttle off. Put in my steering input. Fall, 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 fall. Skirp. Oh. It's likely that your knee won't touch until about the middle of the corner or 3/4 through. Just because I'm guessing you're gonna fall, fall, fall for quite a while.
You do get comfortable after a while. Oh, fall, 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 fall. Fall, 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 fall. Okay, nope. Speed up. That's like another thing too. You get so focused on what he told you to do, and then you're like slowing down. Fall, fall, fall. That's so funny to be screaming from the side of us in a parking lot. Okay, just fall now. Keep falling. Keeping your eyes up, talking to the people on the internet, telling them what you think. That's another hard thing to do. God, I feel like I'm almost there. You're like, where is the goddamn ground? Where is the ground?
You're about 5 inches away from the ground now, okay?
Okay.
So this is where we start to relax our arms.
Okay.
Because we're fighting it. We're putting weight on the handlebars and
Yeah.
we're pulling toward, and that's causing the bike to stand up, and then we're trying to reach with our knee.
Okay.
We're fighting ourselves. So what I'd like you to try and do is, as you come through this corner and you put in your steering input, relax. Okay? You've already made the turn. All you need to do is just breathe, air out, let all that tension out. And you'll start to get even closer, okay?
Okay.
Cool, have fun, get into it. This is it! This is it! This is it! Oh my God. This one, this one, this one! Literally half an inch away. What's your game plan going out there again?
I have to just have to relax and fall.
Yeah, just fall.
All I have to do is just fall.
Air out your body, let your arms relax. You're probably tensing up just on the right time on the bars. Actually, I can see it because we have our grip that moved.
Oh,
So we're holding on a little too tight with our left hand. So relax our grip a little bit and you are right there.
I just have to, I spent 32 years not falling.
And you're great at it. You're great at even just floating right above the surface.
Come on!
This is it. This is the one. This is the one.
Okay. Relax. God, that's hard. Relax as you fall. It seems like such a metaphor for life.
All right, seriously, let's take a vote. What could fit under her knee? What is the thinnest thing? Oh! Finally got a nice little scrape. Just as we were about to make bets as to what would fit under her knee is so thin. Congratulations!
Oh my God! Finally!
We were just making bets, me and the non-existent viewers yet, of what could possibly fit under that knee gap.
You did it!
You did it!
I did it! But you made me do it. It took 3 days, but the amount of progress to go from like super stiff, not trusting the bike, to getting to hit my knee on the ground a couple times is mind-blowing. It's hard to consistently fall. That's a trust issue I have with gravity.
Yeah, it brings you down.
It brings you down. Nice. But it's so cool to get to do it and know where that's at, and then just keep on trying to get there, which is awesome.
And that's all a knee touching the ground is. It's meant to find the ground so you know that once I get to this point, I can't lean any further. If I do, I'm going to start scraping parts. I'm going to scrape my toe. I could risk lifting the rear wheel off the ground and losing traction. So our knee out is just a lean angle gauge. That's all it is. It's not necessary. It doesn't make you a fast person. It's not a needed skill for anything, but it just lets you know there's the ground, and if I go any further, I'm at a big risk.
It's a needed skill for Instagram.
For Instagram.
Right, for slow-mo shots with dubstep music, that's what you need it for.
Yeah.
But, and you started off the lesson by saying that. You're like, hey, we're going to do this, but you don't need to do this to go fast.
Right. Just another toolbox for you to have on your riding. Or tool to have in your toolbox.
A tool to have in your toolbox. So we're gonna get out of the Phoenix heat. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now I'm gonna go ride this awesome course that he set up. Just getting on the gas, moving with the bike, feeling more connected. That was a really big thing I noticed riding your BMW yesterday.
Yeah.
In the desert was side tangent. Was just like feeling so much more connected versus like me wrangling a beast or something.
Yeah, and like riding a bike like this or more sit-up kind of riding styles, you don't always have that massive tank to just lay down on.
Right.
And with the S1000, you could lay on there, and I'm doing an advertisement for BMW is what it sounds like. But just with more street bikes, you have a tank that you can lay on, which reduces your tension on the bars and allows you to put in your steering inputs the way that they need to be, which is gentle and relaxed and comfortable.
Yeah, I felt like I was hanging on to this really tight.
Yeah, you were. Hanging onto the bars a little too tight.
T-Rex arms.
That's all you need. Chest to the tank, T-Rex arms, and just push your counter steering inputs.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're gonna get out of the heat and we're gonna go over there.
So real bummer, this video is actually over, but you're in luck. There are hundreds of other Yammie Noob videos you can go and check out. Hit this one right over here. Watch it. Do it for Yammie-chan.